This is the third video of the battles of Waterloo and Wavre. I am playing the British and Prussians. The game's artificial intelligence is playing the French. Let me change a couple settings here. I'm going to turn map elevations on. And I believe I've moved the British, but now we have this god-awful spreading out of the Prussians. And I've never played this scenario. The last times the Prussians were neatly on the road, just fixed in position. This time they are not. So I like this better this way. So let's see what's fixed here. These guys are not fixed, which is good. Okay. Now down here is a road the Frenchies can use to cross the Dial River. So we don't want that unopposed. So who are we going to send down there? I think the cavalry. So let's get these two guys out of the way. And let's get our cavalry going to... Geez, that wasn't very far. Oh, we've got mud, which doubles the cost of movement. Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll do what we can. Just move them 2 hexes. Now, where is this other hodgepodge? Look at these guys. These guys are in the middle of nowhere. Why deploy them there? Not even near a road. Jesus. Jesus. What's the best way out of here? Probably up to this cow path. Jeez, look at all of these guys. What is the Higgly Piggly? They're deployed like a mob. Okay, we're at the top of the map here, and we've still got units. Oh, look at that everywhere. Zillions of them. Well, nobody's here is fixed. Okay, let's see where we're headed to. Freudmont? O'Hain. That's one way to the battlefield. Lesnay, St. Lambert. That's another way. We're at Le Male. Okay, so Freudmont branches off to St. Lambert. Then it looks like to O'Hain. Okay, so this lower crossing I'm headed for. Where's that road? Mouste and oh God, I hate these Belgian names. Got two crossings down here the French could branch out to, and then they'll come up here to St. Lambert through kind of the back door. Okay. The mall. Oh, that's good. Well, there's only one road here. It's fun. Unfortunately, it's a cow path to Freudmont. These how are these guys going to get out of here? Go north or go down through here? Oh, I like this. These guys are disordered already to start with. This whole brigade must be disordered from Launay. These guys aren't. These guys are okay. So all these guys have to get on the cow path. That means these guys, and look at all of the traffic that's going to be on this cow path and this road. They're all going to join up at Point du Jour, which is going to be a terrific traffic jam. So these guys have to go south here through Lamal, up this cow path this way. Okay, so it's going to be agonizing slowness. The best way is along this lowland here, all the way down. Then I don't have to go up and down slopes. So we'll head out. I can do 2 hexes probably. Oh, 3 for the cavalry. Okay. Probably 2 for the infantry. Yep. This artillery is limbered. Good. Unlimbered. Who's this guy going to shoot at in the middle of the woods? There's not even a road near him. Who the hell's going to come up there? God, deployment here is bizarre. Deployed like someone's going to attack him here in the middle of no man's land. Well, that's... This guy's the same way. Oh, this guy's in line. I'm looking at in disorder. Oh, this guy I've got to put in column. Are these guys in line too? Jesus, I didn't even look. Yeah, they are. Crap, I got to put them in column next turn. That's probably going to take the whole turn. Yep. Oh, what's this? Okay, come on. Moves one hex. Okay. Now, these guys are disordered. So we'll take their leader and hopefully we can bring them out of it. We're just going to leave them there. Worthless. These guys are actually in column. What a good idea. But we got one disordered guy here. The leader's on top of him. or division commanders on top of them. Another disordered guy here, the brigade commander is on top of them. So this unit is useless. Okay, we've got these three guys. They can go artillery or the cavalry. The artillery's unlimbered. Jesus. Okay, we'll limber him up. That's all he can do. Wow, so all of these guys, we can only put one of them on the road. Everybody's going to be disordered here. Now these guys are fixed and disordered. Well, I guess that's realistic. They did have a tough battle with Napoleon. Fixed and disordered, fixed and disordered. So these guys aren't available to move anywhere. Fixed and disordered, Jesus. Well, what do you know? We've got an artillery that's disordered, and we've got half of these guys that are disordered. They're never going to recover if I put them on the road. There's officers on them, so that'll help recover. Jesus. Fixed. So those guys can't be moved. Oh, of course we have the supply. It can be moved. 1 hex. Here's our army commander, that madman Blucher. Who's responsible for this deployment? Gneisenau, probably. Okay, so those guys are out. Yeah, these guys are all disordered. So what I need to do, these guys are fixed. Why would they be fixed right in the middle of the friggin' road? It's the only decent road out of here, and of course the guy's fixed right in the middle of it. Oh, my head hurts. Disordered. Okay, so that brigade is mostly disordered. Guys. Okay, so they're unfit to move. These guys are fixed and disordered. Fixed and disordered. Look at this. Fixed or disordered. None of those guys are fit to move. Okay. Oh, how nice. All these supply units can be moved. Well, who the hell cares? Although the AI uses them as combat units. Maybe that's what I should do. Push them in the front. Oh, these supply guys are combat units. Now this must be the fresh corps. We've still got disordered guys here. Jesus. These guys are all disordered. I don't know. There's nothing to move here. Move these disordered guys, they'll never recover. Oh, don't tell me there's a division here that isn't disordered. How the hell does it get out of here? Yeah, this one isn't disordered. It isn't fixed. What a miracle. What a miracle. These guys aren't. These guys aren't. But these guys are. Okay, I guess this is This was that one Prussian corps that probably wasn't in the Battle of Linné. Yeah, looks like it must be right here. And this guy, this makes sense. A supply unit right in the middle of the woods. Who's he going to supply there? And these guys are good to go. Okay, so now we know what can move. What do we got? All infantry. Nope, we have cavalry here, but I need to get that out front. So, can move this cavalry 3 hexes. Huh? So we'll start moving them towards that road. I can only move one. Oh, he's disordered. How did he get disordered? By moving on. Oh shit, it's a village hex. God damn it. I shouldn't swear, this video's for kids. Yeah, I should have moved out the other side. Why didn't I see that? So I'll have to leave him behind. This is why the units can never go together. Get a disordered one and okay, you're going to leave the whole brigade behind, or are you just going to leave that one unit behind? That's what it amounts to. Okay. Here's a division commander and a brigade commander. Doom, doom. That's as far as I can move them. Yeah. Well, now these guys, wow, that's quite a movement. We'll move them through the forest here and hopefully join these guys. And so it looks like if you're on the road, you really don't have a whole lot of movement restrictions, which is strange because I thought all these roads are dirt roads, but maybe they're hard packed or something. You don't seem to be that affected by the mud. So if you can get to a road, you're probably in good shape, but that's the trick. All right. So these guys, first of all, we'll get the supply off the road. Oh, here's some cavalry. Two of them. Let's move them up front. Oh, slowly we'll get there. These guys are pioneers. Oh. There's some more cavalry. Mamma mia. Oh, we're going to limber this guy up. And that's all he can move. Figures. This guy we'll put in column. And this guy will limber up. This guy will put in column. We'll limber him up. Put him in column. Ah, great. These guys are all in line, so in order for us to move them, we have to put them in column. That's all we'll be able to do. Now that's funny because here we've got, I'm sure this is a cavalry brigade. Yeah, it's mounted. So we've got infantrymen to hold back mounted. Why aren't the mounted units up here for the rear guard? They're way in the middle somewhere. That makes no sense. I wish the game would start when the Prussians first came on this map. You wouldn't get a stupid deployment like this. That would have been the ideal game. Same thing with the British. Yeah, all these guys are, look at, they're in line out here. There's no roads. There's a stream in front of them. All these woods. And it's like, why are you in line? There's no opponent that's going to take that route. This is where your cavalry should be, scouting way ahead here somewhere. Not have all this stuff deployed. Okay, we're going to limber the artillery. Look at this. This is a regiment. It consists of 5 men. Geez, what kind of regiment is that? 5-man regiment. What? Somebody would say, oh, we need a regiment in this position. We'll send that one. 5 guys show up. Oh, they've got 100 yards of front. Okay. Every 20 yards we'll put a guy. That'll work. That's all I'm going to be doing is putting these guys in column or unlimbering these guns. I don't know what I'm going to do about those disordered guys. It could take 10 turns before they get into regular order. I'd have to leave half of them behind if I guess that's the choice you have. And then they talk of they have a nerve to talk about unit integrity. I mean, how are you going to have a unit integrity if you leave all these units behind in that division, they're never going to catch up. I like the supply unit way out here. That's a good place. Moves 1 hex, of course. Okay. Well, what little could be done, I guess, is done. From this line up, all these guys are disordered from this line up. So only these guys can move. Look at them, they're spread over creation. Even these guys are all disordered. Well, sad as it is, that's all that can be done here. So we'll go on to the next phase. This is painful. French defensive fire. None. Allied defensive fire. I doubt if I have any, but I'd better look. You never can tell. The froggies are pretty far away. Okay. Allies melee. Nope. French movement. Now, is their situation improved? Oh, look, movement cost is only 150%. That means we probably pick up another hex of movement, which is good. Good and bad, because here come the French. Now they'll come up faster. But as usual, AI has made about 50 skirmishers. So that's what we got here coming against my line. So any hole in the line, I guess the plan is for the skirmishers to slip through. They will block a charge, but they won't block enemy fire. So I can shoot right through them. So can the French at no penalty. I've got to get my line set up before those Frenchies reach me. It ain't gonna be easy with the mud. Yeah, I can see very. If you look at this map, you think, oh, you can beat those Frenchies. It looks like you got 3 times the units, but most of the French units are to the rear where you can't see them. Their army is bigger than the British army. It's just, it looks so small now because most of the units are hidden, but they'll be disclosing themselves in due course. They're there. I was just watching them move up. They've got only one thing to do is move up. I have one thing to do is form a decent line of battle. There are a lot of units in this game, especially for the Allies. You got two armies, British and Prussian, which are like twice the size combined. They're like twice the size of the French. Well, I don't know, after the Lannes losses and the 10,000 Germans that just took to their feet back to Germany. I don't know if it's 2 to 1, maybe it's 1.5 to 1 now, but it's still a lot of units. And those Prussians are going to be tough to move because I'll have to check every brigade if they're either disordered or fixed. And before I move a brigade, I want the thing to come out of disorder. I don't want to wind up leaving regiments behind. Oh, where's this guy? Oh, look, he's just a little to the south. Looks like he's moving up. All right. Well, it looks like this skirmish right there is going to prevent him from moving up the road for a while anyway. Look at all these skirmishers. Well, you can see the yellow hourglass. That means he's moving something. And when you see that blinking hexagon in red, that means he's moving something in that general vicinity. I don't know how far it extends, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes. But he's probably bringing units up behind this cropland. And these crops, I guess, were really tall. So some of these crops, and there's different kinds of crops. I don't know, it never says what they are, depending on the shading. But some of those crops, well, it's like even corn around here. The corn can be like 6, 7 feet tall, which obstructs line of sight. So a lot of times you can't see through the crop lines. I think especially like those light brown ones, I think, really inhibit sight. Some of the other ones do too. Oh, look at Allied defensive fire. Well, we don't have any. French offensive fire. He doesn't have any either. No. Oh, French melee. Oh, look at, he got. Oh, this is amazing. He blew away that that skirmisher. What happened to him? Allied movement. But he got disordered. Okay. That was good. That was a good trade, I suppose. Because now his cavalry is disordered, so he doesn't have the benefit of the charge, and the charge triples your combat value. So I'm not afraid of cavalry that can't charge. Well, let's see. Let's start on the flank here and work our way over. Oh, what did I do here? I forgot to lay down a marker. What you got to do is you got to click a hex. In the vicinity. And then I can, whoop, there. Okay, so basically got a cow path we're moving up, so we can move 3 hexes. Okay, and I think I'll move this guy this way. Now, I think we'll set these guys. I moved exactly the opposite guy. I don't want to move that leader there. I suppose I can't move him back. Oh, I still can. Good. And this is a mounted guy. Okay. Here's another column. We want to hide him down here in ambush. This guy is hidden up there. That's good. Now this mounted guy we want up here to help guard our flank. Now let's see. Nuts. Well, I got to start on this side because I got to know what roads are going to be open to me. So, this guy's in column. This guy's in line, in column. I'll move in the woods. Okay. This guy's in a good position, actually. Put the supply unit in there. We'll put the leader up here. Okay. Well, actually, I guess it'd be a little better for him to be right there. So we've got some cavalry here. We'll have him hold that part of the stream, and he'll fall back. And let's change his arrow. We'll have to put him in line next time. Okay, wow, we've got a pretty good force of cavalry here. That's going to be menacing on this front. Now, okay. Let's pull the cavalry and mass it back here. Actually have quite a bit of it. That's good. Alright, and this is a mounted guy too, so he can go over here. Now what I need is some infantry. about these red guys? Yeah, there's 4 battalions. That sounds good to me. Let's take this one. We'll send down here. And let's send this battery down there. And these 2 are going to go down this way. And we'll have their leaders fall in behind them. And their supply unit. That's as far as they can go. Okay, so this down here is all set. Now we've got to fill in this area. I don't like sitting on the road, but that's where this defensive position resides. Well, I could set up here, I guess. I don't know. Guess I'll have to sit on the road. So let's form the position across here. I always like to have a battalion under the artillery. Stack the officers up here. Because then it's too easy to take out the battery. You either melee it or well, melee it is either a cavalry charge or infantry melee will take it out. Okay, now we have to slip these guys across. Oh, they're in line. God damn. Why didn't I put them in column? Oh, you can drop down. Good. Good deal. This guy probably can't because he's got to cross. No, he can't, but that's pretty close. I want to get off this road. Unlimbered. How come I didn't limber him up last time? Okay. These guys are all in column. Now, let's move these guys out of the way. Move these officers out of the way. This guy out of the way. Stack up the same color together. Okay, now I want to clear this road. Okay. There's a supply guy here. Let's pull him off to the side. Come on. Oops, skirmisher. That's no. This guy is limbered. Yeah, that is a bad position. Let's put him right there. And then let's take that leader, move him back. Now, can the guns unlimber? Yes, they can, and they're faced the right way. And the infantry on top of them we'll put underneath. I always like to see the guns on top. The artillery, that is. Okay, so that's good. Okay, that's everything on this side is moved. Now these guys duck into these forests to make things tough for the Frenchies. And this guy, it looks like, I don't know what that is. If that's a fort, I'm gonna, I think he's gonna stay where he is. That looks like a decent place. We got a 900 man. Wow, what a gargantuan. Good, he'll go in there. Then we've got him limbered up. It's not a particularly good place for an artillery battery. These woods would be better. Well, this would actually be a better hex. With all this firepower, I think this is going to be rough for the French to advance into all the way up to here. I think they're more likely to advance up through this area. So that means this would be better here, but I've got to get more artillery over here. This is going to be far more threatened. So we'll move this guy up here and we'll move this artillery out this way. Yeah, I like that better. Now, we need a division here, which these blue guys are, and this yellow division we need in here. La Haye Saint, there's 350 men. That's good. Battalion. But we need this high ground occupied, plus the woods, plus this area in here. Now, we need this cavalry out of here. It's only 50 men. What the hell is it doing there? So we got a leader here. Let's pull him off to the side. Okay, we've got a bunch of cavalry up here. What are we going to do with it? We have some cavalry here, only 3 of them. This is infantry and infantry. We should have 1 cavalry division on the right flank. The only one I see. Got this yellow one here and a red one. Well, the yellow one's on the road and our left flank is going to be more threatened than our right flank. So I'm going to send the yellow one off to the left, and then this red one will get on the road and go to the right. See, this is why the first thing you want to concentrate on is clearing your roads. So you have, British have great mobility with their roads, but only if you keep them clear, so you can move units on them. Oh, look at these guys do pretty good. This is like they call it a turnpike. It was paved. So that's what this must be, because mud isn't a factor if you're on this thing. Whoa, there's a lot of those guys. That's good. There is some good ground cavalry can operate on that other flank. Okay, we've got it all going on. Okay, now we want to put the red one on this cow path or on the road. What's up here? Another infantry. We'll put it on this cow path. Or should we just leave it in here somewhere? Maybe we should go down here with it. This is pretty good defensive terrain for infantry. Well, I better start doing some stuff down here. Well, first of all, we're going to unleash these skirmishers on the road. Skirmishers are tough to kill. I'm going to over the length of this road. Oop, let's move this guy out. This is going to the Hugomat. Keep those guys here. And the two other skirmishers. Let's move the skirmishers out this way. This is nice for these detached skirmishers. Like the French, when the battalion creates a skirmisher, it has to be within 3 hexes at all times of the creating unit. Otherwise, you can't move it. It won't move. But these independent British and Prussian skirmishers don't have that restriction. They can go anywhere, which is great. So you can send them out to create some real mischief. Like if I get along this road, the skirmishers are real hard to get rid of. They're hard to kill. You can rout them, but it takes a real effort to rout them, and they're tough to kill. Now, these blue boys are going to deploy. I don't like being on this road. So this is a good position for artillery. So we need someone to sit on top of them, like this guy. Then let's see. Send this guy over here. This guy over there. Oh, I've only got one movement point, so. And we'll fill in the line here. Oop, not enough movement. Okay, this. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's bad because we've got 2 batteries here. So one's limbered. Good. We'll set them down here and put a column under here. Oh, for the moment it'll be a column. We've got 2 guns limbered here. 2 batteries. That's bad too. We'll take one away. We don't need 2 there. And we've got two here. Why didn't I limber one of those up? In fact, this is a bad position for a battery. Yeah, it's on higher ground, but it can only fire like straight out here. So we're going to take these two, limber them up, and we're going to put them somewhere else. So, we've got a column here. A battalion will move down there. Good, we can move them there. And this guy, I think, let's see. Yeah, he's on high ground. That's not a bad position. We'll unlimber him. And this guy will stay. Okay, so now let's move this cavalry back for the moment and take this guy. We got, well, hey Saints, it's held pretty good. So we'll go here with him. We'll try to make the woods with this guy. No, of course he's not. Go over there with that guy. Just getting these guys in position, and next turn I'll have to put them in line, turn them the right way. Okay, let's put the officers back there. All right, so we've got this line filled in. And we've got a couple more slots down here. To fill in. And then we bring this artillery, we'll switch it that way. Take this battery, get it. Oh, I can't move it out because I unlimbered it. Okay, we'll get this one out of here then. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We've got some reserves back here. Now, this cavalry is part of this up here. So we'll move up there to join them. And we'll get this guy out of the way. I don't see a big use for cavalry in the center of the British line, at least for a while, until we see how things develop, because it's usually so crowded that the cavalry really can't do a whole lot. So I always like to put it on the wings. Okay, so let's drop this supply unit off the road. Now this guy needs to go over here as far as he can go. Let's put these red guys on the road. Okay. Let's check the time. 1 hour and 7 minutes. Jesus. Well, I'll wrap it up now. I'll have to continue moving. I got a lot of other stuff to move. This whole right flank. Then these guys up here. But you can see a lot of this stuff is in motion. You would think, well, isn't Wellington's deployment ideal? Not to me. So the right flank was too strong and the left flank was too weak, and that was proved during the battle. So I'm switching assets as quick as I can to the left flank. Some of the stuff's there, like a cavalry division is there, which is good. But I want another one there because this one is going to be involved in some fighting, which is going to disorder a lot of units. So I want another one there in reserve. Because if you look at this empty land here, it's pretty good for cavalry. And I don't want my flank turned. But I think with the artillery and infantry, I can hold this center part. And then I'm getting additional infantry and artillery from this area to put on my flank, because I'm just going to move these guys straight over. I'm not going to leave them here. These guys were only here to protect the exit route if the battle went bad to the Channel ports so the British could evacuate. But nuts to that. They can go up to Belgium and evacuate from there. Yeah, that'll be it for now. So we'll continue tomorrow.